Hi there everyone, hope you're all well. Tim Robson here, going on a solo camp as you've requested so many times. It's a nice day, mid-afternoon, it's quite cold. There's a lot of snow on all the hills around me, not that you can see many of them from here, unfortunately. You can maybe just make out a bit of snow up on that peak over there, that's up in Scotland. So I'm quite close to the borders, England and Scotland. Just got here, about to unpack the bike and go and have a trek into the woods and see where I can set up. Here we are folks, in the woods now. I just got through the fence into the woods. I'm away up this little path here. So let's get moving. Go and find a place to set up my Amok. I'm really looking forward to getting that set up. Getting another great night's sleep in the Amok Draumr. Oh, I just saw a pheasant run across in front of me. This is the path that goes right through the centre of the wood. Usually go out into this section somewhere. I've only ever been here with Tom before. This is where we camped before he went away to Vietnam. Just going to scout around and find a place to set up. There has been hailstones and sleet and snow for a good part of today. I'm just getting a little bit falling through the trees now. You see how grey it looks over there. It comes, it's starting to get heavier coming from over there. That sounds awesome. It's going to be a cool night tonight then, I guess. I'm still trying to find some nice trees to set up between. There's a good few choices. Right, I think I found my position between this tree and this tree here. They both look like nice, healthy, living trees, just like the rest. I'm going to face my hammock out that way and maybe think of digging down and clearing a space for a fire. Slowly getting unpacked now. In my bag today, hat, my Hella Viking knife, my TBS bushcraft that I made from that kit, and water. Another 2 litres of water, so that's 4. My power pack, batteries and everything for the camera, and emergency fire lighters in case wood is so wet, you know, that it takes hours to get fire going. Gloves. Can't get that over there. Gransford Brooks. My DD multicam 4x4 tarp. My Amok Draumr. And the Winterlight shawl pad. I'm going to start getting it all set up now. Right, now I have the skin of the Hammock set up. I'm going to get the Winterlight Fuel sleeping mat out, give it an inflate, give this thing some shape, and I'm going to sit and enjoy the blue sky before I put my tarp up. There we go folks, I have got the sleeping mat inflated, slipped into the pocket. I've had this hammock for 3 years now, and a lot of people ask me how well it's lasted and how if there's any damage or anything like that. And this here is literally the only thing that's ever broken with it, and it's just the seams bust because have been quite rough when you pop the sleeping mat in there. That's it. That is really nice. Right, I'm gonna get a brew on the go. I've got my little brew kit here, my old stove bag, and then I've got my gas cylinder, my express spider stove. Let's set this up. My Pathfinder bush pot I modified, took the bale handles off. I think I've showed you this already. Set the little foil disc up just to reflect the heat and stop me from scorching all the pine needles, and setting a little fire here before I've decided where I'm actually going to have a fire. There's the stove itself. See if I can do this one-handed. There we go, that's a boil. Lovely. Back to silence. I'm going to get my tarp set up. I don't know whether you can tell, but that is a big dark cloud coming in over there. The contrasting line between the sun and the dark sky. I just went to pick a bunch of wood up. The heavy wind that we've had in those storms has really dropped a lot of dead branches. That was like 2 minutes worth of collecting sticks. So yeah, I get my tarp set up before it rains or snows or whatever. I just saw a deer run right across the path there. Fabulous. Wish I'd managed to get my phone out quicker. I was in the middle of setting up my tarp and I just heard running. It was a weird moment. The sun coming through the trees is fantastic. Such a nice light. I'm going to add some more to the stick pile. And I have my tarp set up now. Right, I've just come out to the ridge line of the forest, right on the fence line. There's all the woodland behind me. I'm really glad that I've set up nice and deep into the forest because the wind's quite strong. And the trees diffuse it out nicely and I barely feel anything back where I've set my Hammock up. That is a fantastic sky. Beautiful. Ooh, my hands are a bit chilly after standing and doing that time lapse. If you see a time lapse, sometimes my camera does not like doing them, and my YouTube app does not like uploading them. So if that made no sense, I apologise. But yeah, I just stood and time-lapsed the clouds going over and the sunset. Looked really nice. Just wandering back up my path. Got my little stove on again for another coffee. The light has really gone in the last half an hour. Not even that, probably in the last 10-15 minutes. Temperature's dropped as well. It's nice. Just sat here on my Gore-Tex coat on the floor, waiting for a hot drink. There we go, folks. I've just lit up the fire. Just a couple of cubes of that fire lighter under there because everything is really, really moist in here. I don't really have a fire kit with me either, no tinder or anything, so that was kind of my plan in the first place, just use those fire lighters. I've saved a bit for the morning, so it's going to be cold. That's starting to burn up nicely now. It's got very dark. Light things up. Having a good time, I'm enjoying it. There we go. Got this nice bit of dry wood, this branch that I just chopped off from a dead standing tree. And splitting it up into little sections to make it last a bit longer. I'll go and scavenge some more in a wee bit. I reckon I'll get another 3 lengths out of this and split them into quarters. There, got a bit more wood chopped up and put on now. Starting to get some nice warmth out of the fire. Just my legs that were chilly, really. Got my heated coat on and my good hat and everything. Can't beat a bit of thinsulate on your head. And a good warm coffee. So I hope you're all well. I like to hear from all my subscribers. I apologise that I occasionally miss the odd comment, but when my notifications are pinging constantly, it's easy to miss the occasional comment. I'm busy most of the way through the week as well, so it's not easy to you know, keep up with it all. But I really like hearing from you all, so please don't get disheartened and give up commenting. I like hearing where you're all from, and yeah, it's cool. Fire's going well. Just getting ready to cook some food. I'm going to have one of these Wayfarer boiling the bags, left over from the Bothy camp. If you haven't watched that, where we go and camp in Lingy Hut, you should go and check it out. It was awesome. We go and explore an old mine at the end of it. Yeah, I'm going to have pasta bolognese and leave all day breakfast for the morning, clearly. And I'm going to cook them on my stove. I love that stove, the Primus Express Spider. I know I keep saying the name of it, but that's so you all know what it is and you can go and get one, because it's a brilliant stove and it's reasonably priced as well. I only paid £45 for that, I think it was. There now, I've put my my pasta bolognese on and I'm boiling the bag. Right, let's say this is done. Ooh, that's hot. Been rolling, boiling for a couple of minutes now, maybe 4 or 5 minutes even. Here we go. I'll let it sit for a couple of minutes while I went and restacked the fire with wood. I'll let that burn away, and I'm going to sit and eat this now it's cooled down a little. I shouldn't burn my face. I'll report back in a wee bit.
That is now all gone, and it was really, really satisfying. I fully enjoyed it. Nice and warming, and comforting, and tasty, yeah, very tasty. I've got a triple chocolate Belgian cookie, or a few of them more to the point, for dessert.
Fire's really picking up now. Starting to size up the things I'm burning a bit more now. Good. Because the temperature's dropping even further. It's time for cookies. Triple chocolate. Belgian from a supermarket. Sitting here by the fire now. It's burning down quite nicely, getting a good bit of heat off it. I've just been sitting listening to some music for the last hour. A little bit of Justin Johnson. Some other various bluesy, rocky style stuff. Nice and relaxing, and yeah, put me in a good mood. That and this fire. It's about 9:30. Temperature's really low now. I've got my my snug pack jungle blanket wrapped around my lower back. My heated jacket's doing the rest. The sky is full of stars. Just had my head torch off for a while. It's really nice. Give you a bit more light so you can see into the woods. I was just out for a little wander trying to find a bench that I made last time I was here with Tom, but I can't find it. I think it's maybe been covered over by fallen sticks and leaves and stuff, or rotted down into the ground. I came across this fallen tree though, and gathered up as many of the branches from it as I could and brought them back for the fire. Which is just, my setup's just over there, so I'm not far away from this wood here. Looks like it's fallen pretty recently because it's taken down these fresh limbs from this tree, like stuck right underneath it. This one here as well, trapped underneath. So I reckon that probably happened in one of those named storms that we had. Probably Kira, because that was quite windy. And this is just snapped off from that trunk right there and must have bounced off this tree. I might bring John here and we can chop this up with the axes and have a big fire and make a fire reflector and a windbreak and stuff as well. There's some other good little bits of dead standing and fallen trees as well, so there's plenty of wood. Just roaming around. I've seen a couple of deer beds. Hear quite a lot of owls. Tiny embers now. I've set my sleeping bag out and put everything away tidy. My stove and everything's in under my tarp, ready for brew in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get comfortable. Nice and comfortable now in my Amok.
in chair mode. Nice sleeping bag. Plenty warm. I've deployed the bug net. Not that there's any bugs. I frequently lose my hat in the night, and in this hammock it quite often falls on the ground, and then I wake up in the night with a cold head and I have to ratch around on the floor for my hat. So this hammock has a bug net. It hides away in this pocket and zips all the way around you. So no more ratching for my hat on the floor. Really good in the summer as well, when there's loads of midges and bugs. Anyway, see you in the morning. Good morning, folks. Had a really good sleep. It's 8 AM. Just woke up because my phone got loads of messages. I would have still been asleep. I've got my stove on for a brew. Just leant down over the side of my hammock and set it all up. Get a coffee going in no time. So, having a decent morning so far. It's really, really cold. Air's freezing. Enjoyed my coffee. I don't think I'm going to bother lighting up the fire this morning. Just going to sit here for a wee while longer and then pack up and go home. I've got some stuff I need to do today, and yeah, the weather looks like it's going to get worse as the day goes on, so the longer I stay here, the more chance I have of having to pack away a wet tarp and all the rest of it. I just made myself a second coffee. Try not to spill this one all over myself like I did the first one. I have to wash my sleeping bag when I get home because it's all sticky with coffee. Ah dear. I just come for a wander out this morning into the woods, and I found that bench that I was trying to find last night that me and Tom made probably about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. It wasn't hidden or anything, I just was looking in the wrong place. Funny considering that's that fallen tree that I was getting wood from, and there's my hammock right there. So really not far away from where I was camping last time. I think last time I was here I think I was between that tree and that tree. I was sleeping on the ground. It's a nice morning. Still really cold. I'm going to start packing up and get ready to go soon. All packed up now. Everything cleared away, put away. It's just a little bit of scrow at the bottom of that tree from where I was climbing up to put my tarp up last night. The fire spread and covered back over and doused with the last bit of my water. Just got my Gore-Tex jacket to put on and I'll be away down to the bike. It's been a really, really good camp. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you've all enjoyed it as well.
Here we are folks, back at the bike. All safe, just as I left it. Gonna pack up now, strap that bag on, and I'm going home. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. It's been a nice change and, you know, a little different to be out on my own. Pretty cool. I hope you didn't find it boring. As always, click that big globe in the middle. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a comment. All the best to you.